quote back.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I am so excited to talk about food and music. Definitely my two life forces, not even favorite things. It's like air. During the pandemic, I had kind of a crisis yeah, the way that the songs came about was when I was studying abroad in Florence, Italy. Speaking of only going to good food
God
places.
damn it, you're everywhere.
Yeah, that was I guess, yeah, the year before.
Is it gonna have like any kind of pho tattoo on it anywhere?
I tried, but
Oh yeah.
the spirit's there. The spirit's there.
Yeah, it's in the playing. That's really cool. That's congratulations. That's sick that's
Yeah.
happening for you. You're like the Victor Wooten of our generation. Or I just finished his book. Did you read his book? It's like a spiritual journey through bass playing.
No, I should. So
It's
there are so many things that I've encountered since entering the music industry a year ago that have been super surprising to me. One of the biggest ones is just the norm of two things. I think the norm of men, specifically white men, just controlling the spaces, whether that is the number of white men that will be in a band or on a team or in management or running these companies, just the amount that's taken for granted. I have been modeling since I was a teenager, and I've worked in finance. I worked on Wall Street at a big bank. So those industries aren't known for being super inclusive or progressive. And I would say in many ways, as far as the institutional structure and the programs in place, they're way more progressive. I had the amazing opportunity to go to the Grammys this year, and
awesome.
Yeah, and so I got to see the Black Music Collective's first kind of event, and it was incredible. It was also the first event. The Wall Street Bank I worked at has had Black organizations for a decade now, and so I think that music. I'm not really completely sure why. I don't know enough of the history or the ins and outs, but there's a lack of progressiveness in that industry that I haven't seen elsewhere. And so I think that's kind of one of those both visible and invisible forces. One thing that I had to adapt to pretty quickly. Again, I worked in finance on the trading floor on Wall Street. I've been a model. I've done underwear shoots, swim shoots. I have never dealt with as much sexual or like harassment or kind of like romantic harassment as I have just being in music spaces, whether that's being at a concert playing and some guy decides he needs to touch my lower back to like show me how to get somewhere. Or I had a guy who ran a practice space, come in and just was like shouting with me, like shouting to me, flirting with me across the room, and my whole band was there. And, they didn't do anything either. And that's also, I don't think they knew anything was wrong. They were like, oh, they're just talking. I don't think they registered it because it's so normalized. But he was saying things like, there's nothing sexier than a woman who plays a P bass, and like all sorts of just like, this guy didn't know me, and just like sexualizing me and saying all of these things. Stupid. And no one even batted an eye, I think, because it's normalized, and the guy owned the space,
And to that guy, it's normal because no one calls him out, and no one says that it's bad or anything like that too. So
right, and I'm not I again was the newest member in the band, one of the less experienced people. I wasn't in a position to call him out. I kind of like, you gave him a little shade back, but I can't. I wasn't in a position to start like a feminist tirade because of the environment,
But we are. Everybody out there listening, you are empowered to call people out for that shit. That's stupid, sorry, I apologize for that guy. That sucks. Because, I don't know. I could go on a long tirade too, but like I'm sure that you've experienced it multiple more times